Welcome to the Big Talks.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Back again.
I'm back again.
And we back again with another quickie, y'all. Just a little something.
My face.
Don't worry.
Well, not really.
The season coming soon, but we got to keep y'all engaged with the social distancing series.
Yes.
We hope y'all enjoying it. Once again, don't forget that Big Talks is trying to get to 1K. So we need y'all to tell a friend, text a friend, share, comment, like, subscribe, follow, do whatever you got to do. Because when we get to that 1,000, 2 random winners,
baby
girl,
girl,
get a prize.
Baby boy.
It's gonna be it's gonna be nice. It might just be a little quarantine survival kit.
But it could be something.
It's something. It could be
no option off.
So y'all don't forget to do what to do. Repost your girls, man. Big us up. Let us get there.
Yeah,
so we can continue to give you this quality content.
Yes.
So for those of you who have just joined the Big Talks family, we're going to introduce ourselves. We're going to start with Leah because I don't want to hear Mandisa's mouth.
Wow. Mother F.
Wow. Hi, everyone. It's your girl, Elanise. You could follow me on Instagram at ELLEANISE. I'll keep it classy this time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Class.
Mandisa.
Hi, guys. Mandisa Fayola on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Mandisa Kerr on Facebook.
Nice. And yours truly, Bree Bombshell on IG and on Twitter. But of course, the most important handle is this podcast, Big Talks Podcast, on every social media platform and any and everywhere you can find a podcast. We're also on YouTube. So wherever you see us, subscribe, just follow, just do the damn thing.
Everything.
Right.
So guys, today's topic is based around the hoe phase.
Yeah.
For those of you who may not know what the hoe phase is, that is basically a phase or a time where you explore sexually.
Noodle.
You figure out what you want to do, who you like, if you feel like being monogamous, if you feel like being in a polygamous relationship, whatever's your fancy. You use that time to do you. We're trying to figure out if the hoe phase should be mandatory or is it necessary before settling down? Like, should every single person go through a hoe phase? I think Leah should lead.
I choose Leah.
Okay.
She just looks like she gets something to say, Mandy.
I'm going to contradict myself from a previous episode because, I was all about sexual liberation. You should do what you want.
Yes.
Act how you feel. But, things have changed since then. And I'm going to contradict myself on a lot of episodes from now on. And so looking back on my past experiences, because I had what they would say is a hoe phase.
Okay.
Looking back on it, what I used it for was really to run away from all of the issues that I had to face. So now when you come out of that phase and you say you want to, work on yourself and heal and, settle down, I find myself fixing the things that transpired during the whole phase on top of the things that on top of my demons that I had to face from a long time. So for me, it was kind of counterproductive. And there was a lot of unproductive, I guess, activity that was happening because of my choices for years and years and years. So now that's what
Sex.
I'm up against.
Interesting. You know what, Leah? I don't think people really think, I'm glad you said that, because I don't think people really think about having to fix things that you go through during the whole phase.
Yeah.
Because we look at it as, you know, this is my time to just be me, F these niggas, F these gals, whatever the case may be. I ain't get no feelings, la la ray ray. But things can still affect you in different ways. And something may happen, because, you know, you never know. And the key is to get out of the whole phase. It's not to stay in the whole phase. So you would have to correct that, like you said, when you're ready to say, okay, I had enough and I'm ready to settle down, or whatever the case may be. It's like, okay, but I gotta correct this. Like this pattern now that I've created during this time, I gotta kind of adjust that. So that's interesting that you said that. I never really thought of that.
Yeah.
Mandisa, yeah, you have something to say, because your whole forehead was mashed up when they was talking. Like, what do you mean? The whole face is great.
That's why I made sure I say my experience. That was
Yeah,
me.
no. I agree with you wholeheartedly. To answer the first question, yes. I think
You feel like you should go
you
through it.
should. I think you should have a whole phase, but I think you should have a time frame on the whole phase. And if you can't just have a whole phase for years, that's not a phase. That's a lifestyle. That's who you are, baby girl.
You're a
Baby
hoe.
boy,
Right.
baby girl. That's who you are. That's who you will always be. You know, that's not a phase anymore. But it should be a phase. And like she said, she was trying to correct and do all kind of other stuff. You know, but with phases like that, most of those whole phases come from heartbreak and troubled issues. That's where most of the whole phases stem from. So, and sometimes we as humans, because I'm not going to just leave it on women or leave it on men, but we as humans need to sometimes break free or try to fix that hurt. We don't know how to fix the hurt, you know, and sometimes we think doing or going through the whole phase may fix the hurt. Some people may say, hey, yeah, no, I needed that. But then you also have a lot of people who will say, you know what, that wasn't something that I should have done. But I hope for persons who think that it's not something that they should have done, I hope they do not regret it. That's a major thing. Don't ever regret your whole phase. I had a whole phase. It was wonderful. I don't regret it. It brought me to the person who I am today. And it had me more aware about how I should go about doing something when I'm hurt. So instead of going to the whole phase, okay, yeah, no, this taught me, hey, go into the whole phase after this hurt. That don't change nothing. The hurt can still be there afterwards. As a matter of fact, you may feel a little more vulnerable after that. So don't go to that whole phase, you know. But the mere fact that I went through the whole phase, it taught me, okay, this is something that you shouldn't do. Sometimes people have to experience it for themselves to really get a grasp of what life is or what the answer should be for them. But I have no problem with the whole phase. The whole phase is wonderful. Oof. Yeah.
So you'd recommend it? 10 out of 10
I recommend a good flicking whole phase. Yeah, and I talking about a good one. Don't just waste your whole phase on these dirty bongy niggas. You
So
understand?
guys can be dirty bungies.
Yes, guys can be dirty bungies.
Okay.
Okay? Don't
Can we
waste
just go
your
into
whole phase.
the characteristics of a male dirty bungie?
Male dirty bungie? You really? Okay.
For
me?
that one in the back there, you.
For me, a male dirty bungie is use that nigga who's wake up 6 o'clock and sit on the blocks. No drive.
Right.
No mission. You would sit out there to talk to girls who walking past or talk to little children who in school uniform. But you don't even know how to pull the skin on your head back to clean it properly from the piss scent before they mouth go around it. Use a dirty bungie.
Just get up in the morning to go like
Just
man
get
on
up
the
in the
corner,
morning and just
liking man.
go on the corner, just liking man. You,
Mhm.
but y'all is the same niggas. Oh, ain't nobody want hire me. Ain't nobody want, you know, man, these niggas out here. Bro, what you doing? You literally waking up at the crack of dawn to go sit down on the motherfucking stoop with your niggas to fucking smoke, to fucking drink all day.
Mhm.
Use a
Mhm.
dirty bongie to me.
I gotta agree with that.
We
I gotta
Use a
can't
dirty
agree.
bongie.
use a dirty bongie.
So don't waste,
I gotta agree with that.
ladies, don't waste your whole face on a dirty bongie nigga. Please, man. Waste it? I wouldn't even say waste.
Use it.
Not even use. Invest that whole
Okay.
face. Invest that whole face in a good one. You understand? Okay.
One?
Yeah.
This is what to say. You mean one? You mean couple
What I
days?
mean,
Because it
one
ain't a
in a
whole
group.
phase if it's one person.
One in a group. You know, because you're gonna have a few. Waste it on some. Invest in some good ones. You understand? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
So okay, so I have a
Yeah.
question. Is it still considered a whole phase if you are not sleeping with guys?
No, I don't think so.
No, because
Y'all
what considers a
friends.
whole
Y'all
what
brothers in
considers a
Christ.
whole is sexual.
Okay.
Sexual, something something sexual has to be going on, and not just that. It has to be with a whole. It's more than one person that you're having the sex with. Okay.
Definitely.
Now, if
The sex.
you, like, for instance, I know some women who don't have sex with more than one guy at a time, right? You have some who do.
Okay.
You have that. You have women
Like
who don't
speaking
have
on,
sex.
yeah.
Yeah, you have women who have sex with one guy at a time. So they may be sleeping with this guy, or they met this guy, you know, and then right after that they jump into someone else. That's still considered a whole phase because you're not giving yourself time to catch. That's still a whole phase because you're going from one to one to one to one. Different guys may not all be in the same month, but you're not giving enough space in between to figure out if you should even continue this whole phase. It becomes a whole
Okay.
phase after that third. That's actually, yeah, after that third. And this is you talking to them, but you also having sex with them. Y'all haven't say we're in a relationship. So let's make that clear too. Because you could be, if you, I guess, have a boyfriend here and then have a boyfriend next month, you know, they may not consider it as a whole phase. So we're not even talking about the relationship status. This when you don't have a status with this person, y'all just talking, but y'all having sex, you know, and then y'all just stop talking and then you just start talking to someone else. Or you might have had that person in the pocket still talking, but, you know, didn't have sex. And then the moment you and this other guy stop having sex, that's when you start having sex with this next person. So yes, that's still a whole phase, guys.
Interesting. So you feel like you should tell people that, I mean, not, I guess not in exact words, but you should let people know that you're basically going through a whole phase right now?
I wouldn't put it right. Like you said, I wouldn't put it in those words. I will definitely say that, hey, well, I have said, I'm talking to someone else, even though you and I are talking. I was very upfront.
So, okay.
Yeah, as was
I got you say that. So, because for me, talking means me and you have the end goals of a relationship. Whole phase.
Bahamians, okay.
Whole phase for me would be we just having flings, we just having fun. So, you see what I'm saying? I don't like. Does that work? Like, do you say I talking to John, Mike, and Luke, and you consider that a whole phase, or like what?
Well,
If
first
it's
of all, we need to figure out what the verbiage is for Bahamians, right? When we say talking, what that mean?
talking me,
But like I say, for me, that means we have the end goal of a relationship.
Okay.
So we getting to know each other. For me, in my head, if I'm going through a whole phase, I'm not necessarily trying to get to know this person like that.
No, and sometimes it doesn't always work out that way.
And then when I think about talking, I think about WhatsApping on the phone, hanging out every now and again or whatever. I don't see myself being that connected to these guys if I just going through a phase.
You don't have to be connected.
When you're talking,
you don't have to be connected. You don't have
you're
to.
You're gonna finish.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, you don't have to be connected, right? It's almost like sometimes. Remember, some of these females who are going through this whole phase, they're mending something that's broken in them, right? So the one or the first inkling or the first sign of a guy even taking interest could be a little bit more. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Kind of. Not really.
So it's almost like, okay, yes, we're talking, right? Having a whole phase, you don't have to necessarily tell this guy who you're talking to. But see, Bahamians.
True, but should we label it as talking?
Yeah, I feel like based on my experience, talking is just code word for we're sleeping together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to put no label on it. You ain't my man, I ain't your woman. But we talking. We talking.
I get what you're saying, Leah.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying because you're right. Because that is how people code it. But I feel like that's a problem because
that is a problem
now
because you don't know what the fuck to call it.
You tell somebody you talking to multiple people, which actually is like dating. That's what you would call dating.
Right.
That's why people automatically feel like you sleeping with everybody.
Right.
Mm.
So
I don't know.
We have to know how to word these things as well because
I just feel like, if a man really wants to be with you, he's going to say, listen, I want to be with you. He's not going to say, we talking or, like less. I don't know.
If a man really wants to be with you, he's going to put a label to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
but I don't think that eliminates the talking phase though. Because he could be talking to you and really want to be with you, but y'all talking to get to know each other a little more. So I don't think
he'll say we're dating.
I don't think if he say y'all. No, man. I think he would say y'all talking.
I feel like he'll say, well, anyway, I ain't got no expertise in that department. Be quiet,
no, but
I
feel like if a guy is interested in you and it's still early, I don't see why he wouldn't say me and us talk. I don't see why he wouldn't say that.
Well, I guess
I don't think him saying
that's the code for dating.
I don't think, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think, because Leah's saying she don't think they would say that. I don't think him saying that would make him less serious. I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay. It shouldn't. No, agree. Yeah.
I don't think it does. Now, like, I think it depends maybe on how long y'all been talking or whatever. Like, if y'all been talking for like months or whatever, then obviously he ain't into nothing. But I feel like if it's early on and y'all still in the get to know each other phase, and he say y'all talk, me and this girl is talk, I don't think that make him less serious. I think that's being realistic.
Well, when I went through my whole phase, I did not give up voluntary information. Right? That's code for me. If I talking to you, I didn't give you voluntary information. So let's just say you did ask. If you as a guy, and I think that's why I said this too. If you as a guy, if we talking, right? If I'm going through my whole phase with you, you don't know I going through a whole phase. You will only know I going through a whole phase if you ask me if I talking to anybody else, and then you could probably sum it up from there.
Right.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you that no, I ain't talking to nobody else. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So only when you ask me, hey, you talking to anybody else? I'll be like, yeah. But I'm not gonna give that information up voluntarily. So at that point in time, you calculate that shit and know that you're number 2.
Or 5.
or 5.
Or 3 or 4. Right. You could be anywhere.
You know,
It might
You're
even
on.
be a lineup, really. Y'all
Yeah,
just
you're
there.
on the lineup. You're on the
you're
rotation.
Yeah, y'all just there. Just
just know if you
whatever.
fucked
Because
up.
I probably cleaning all y'all out anyway.
Okay,
Okay. Oh
So
you're
do
man.
my
y'all
food guy.
recommend graduating? Y'all recommend graduating anybody from the whole phase to boyfriend or
Yeah, man.
girlfriend for guys who watching?
Yeah, that's not a problem
Yeah,
because
it's
you don't
possible.
it's possible. It's been done. You don't ever know who you're jumping into a whole phase with. Like I said, sometimes women who get into the whole phase are trying to mend the issue, right? And yeah, they may be big and bad and so forth like that. But let's just say that guy, he may see something in you that you don't see in yourself. And he starts to treat you more than what you're trying to portray yourself as. Those guys, but the key is if this guy is seeing you for more than what you're seeing yourself as, you have to be able to catch it. It's very small. It's a small moment that you have to catch because that's the time when he's going to start treating you different. And if you do not realize it while you're in your whole phase, you could lose him forever and he could be someone who actually could be good for you. But I do agree with graduating a person from a whole phase to a boyfriend status. Sometimes you build connections.
Just make sure it's a mutual agreement. Like you ain't
Yeah,
making up any type of scenarios in your head.
right,
You think y'all
right,
getting married.
right.
He talking to 10 other girls.
But
Don't do that.
see, no,
You know what
see
I'm
these
saying?
gals when they get in whole phase, they don't
They
know the
think
code.
they think they in a relationship
Yeah,
sometimes,
they ain't hoes at that point.
Yeah,
They're
no, yeah,
crazy.
they are hoes. They're just dumb hoes.
Yeah, no, they're crazy. Because if you think
Crazy
that
hoes.
you sleeping with 5 niggas, five of them
Hoes with
niggas could be
feelings.
your boyfriend, you crazy.
Drake.
Okay? If you are in a whole phase, learn whole
Hoes with
phase.
feelings.
Okay. Learn whole phase directions. There's directions to the whole phase. You have to have a cold heart. You can't just be out here just
Yeah.
falling in love with all the niggas you sleep with. You gotta have a cold heart, and I mean to the point where after you finish having sex with them, you get up and leave. And you leave money on the counter for them, bitch. What? Read the directions, baby.
Wow.
Read the directions.
Give him your money?
Yes. Give him $20, let him go get something to eat.
I just want to say, I mean, if you got it, you could do it. But I ain't got it.
I give
No,
you
but you gotta
all
read the
my
directions,
money.
man.
I give you all my money.
That's it. But you have to have certain things. You have to be cool about it. You can't be holding feelings for these niggas. If you know that you in a whole phase, you can't be holding feelings. You gotta let it ride. Now, like I said, if you see someone trying to seep out to be someone better or be someone good for you, if you see that coming from him, then by all means graduate and let all the other ones go. But I'll be hot for them if they
Listen,
let
whether
all
you in
the
the
other
whole
ones
phase
go.
or not, whether you in the whole phase or not, the rule is you don't like him till he love you. Period.
Okay. Period.
Remember that.
I could get
That's
behind
rule
that.
number 1,
Rule.
as a matter of fact,
Yes.
on the
That's
directions.
rule. That's law.
That's
Yes.
rule. You
Real.
understand?
Definitely.
Whole phase or not. But I agree with Leah. Like Leah said, that's vital too for men and women. Like, don't assume because you fallen in love that this person also wants to fall in love, because y'all would have entered this with an agreement or some kind of understanding that y'all ain't into nothing. So just because you realize you into something, see if the other person into something. And then, I mean, that's a gamble within itself, because that could even turn the other person off and they could detach quickly. All like when they
Save
say
yourself
to
a
be good.
whirl of
So
heartbreak. A
yeah,
whirl of stress.
I mean, that's a gamble. I would say maybe watch the scene, do little hints like Mandisa say, maybe feel it out before you go full in with your feelings.
Yeah.
Like Leah say, you could save yourself some heartbreak. I would say that. But harping off of the feelings thing,
Mm-hmm.
then getting rejection. But harping off of the feelings thing, what Mandisa was saying, I feel that you have to first, before you decide that you are going to go on this whole phase mission, you are going to have to evaluate yourself, do a self-assessment, and figure out, am I a feelingsy person? I can say that in the most vehement way. Am I a feelingsy person? Do I catch feelings? If you know you catch feelings, be real with yourself.
Right.
Even if you play hard for your friends and you know you catch feelings when you go home, talk to yourself. Be real with yourself. Say, self, do I catch feelings?
And if yourself say,
rough out there, babe.
Okay.
Your friends, yourself say, it
Girl,
rough
you
out
know.
there. Don't do it. I would recommend dating maybe. Go out on a date, get a drink. Do not engage in any type of intimacy whatsoever. Don't even hold your hand.
Go on eHarmony.
You know, just
not Tinder.
Do speed dating, do
Please,
something, do
don't
it
do
very
Tinder.
casual. Oh yeah, no, don't bother with that.
Tinder
do it
is
very casually.
The national ground for whole phase.
Do it very casually. If you know you catch feelings, just be casual with it. That way it'll be easier for you to detach from the person when or if it doesn't work out. Now, if you know you's a bad gal and you could do it, you's a hot boy, by all means, I recommend the whole phase. But use it properly, like Leah say. I think we should use it, whether you're doing whole phase or dating. I think you're supposed to use it for a self evaluation anyway, like to find yourself, to figure out your likes and your dislikes, what you want in a person. If you find someone along the way, even better. But I don't know. I mean, yeah, stuff could happen. You can't control what happened, but I don't think I would ever go into the whole phase or dating. I don't know. It's weird for me. I don't go into it thinking that anybody who I meet along in that phase, I'm going to graduate to boyfriend. That's just me.
Yeah.
Don't take my advice, kids. I've been single a while. But I guess my mindset is just be like, okay, I come in like, like you go in the shop to go get something, but just end up picking up other things. No, I just be like, I go in the shop to get the bread. I'm not looking at nothing else. And I just pick up the bread and go. I mean, that's my thing. Because then I feel like if I pick up something else, I could spend more money where I didn't need to spend. It's just my theory. It mightn't make sense, but hey. But
I agree.
Once you then get past that,
Things happen
in that state of mind, that's why I say I know things happen. So I'm not saying run from it. But for me, I always go by the law of attraction. So, what you put out is what you attract. So I don't know. For me, I just don't feel like anybody who I would attract during that kind of phase is anybody who I could be with long term.
Yeah.
Well,
That's just me.
Another
I
point too
agree.
is if you are in a whole phase and you meet someone who is not whole phase potential, by all means, do not pick them up. Don't pick them up.
Yeah, leave them.
Leave them alone. If they have any type of attraction to you, or if you have any type, like if you have a deep desire, attraction for them, leave them alone. You are in a whole phase. I repeat, you are in a whole phase. Leave them alone. Leave them where they is. Do not get them entangled in what you're doing. Leave them right there. So yes, when you going in, and that's the type of mindset to have, Bree. When you going into this, you're going into this for this only. Yes, things happen. But also, if you are in it and you see someone good out there, they doing good, they skin glowing, they hair, they sides coming in, all that, they, you understand they get in their life to get, just leave them alone. Just let them live.
Yeah.
Please leave us alone. Don't even look our way.
Period.
Block us.
Please, leave me.
Leave
when you see me
us alone.
Leave me alone.
Please, just leave them.
Leave me alone.
They ain't do nothing. They ain't do nothing to deserve you to be trying to get. Because in your whole face, you got all the lines. You got all the pickup lines. You got everything. You understand?
I ain't into that. Like, no. I into serious things now. Big moment. I ain't into that. Leave me alone.
Yeah. I didn't do you anything, dog.
Yeah. Shameless plug.
I had to. Don't worry. I had to leave someone like that before I saw him. I was in a whole phase, and I saw him, and I said, I will leave you because I will destroy your life. I will. And I stayed through.
I mean, and even like aside from whole phase, because my phase is a speed where I just don't want to be bothered. So I literally could be to myself, and you come like nothing wrong with y'all, you know. You just seen for me, I just wasn't into nothing at the time, but I know, like you say, I know how to just leave it alone because I know I feel to get your little heartbreak. I won't be it.
They was like a brownie mixed with a cheesecake. Yep, scrumptious, Lord. I left
I've never experienced that.
I won't be it.
I'm usually always on the receiving end of the hurt. You know?
I can need you to do some hurt. I can need you to go in the whole phase. Anyway,
that's your Cancer moon. That's what that is. Are you sure? You know, Cancer is amplify everything. That's your Cancer moon.
No,
that's what it is, Leo.
I think all them just
Leah
trash.
made you
What y'all think?
That's true. Very much true.
What?
Positive, because it's never you. I know it's not you.
It's never me. It's
always.
Never me.
Period.
Never you.
I'm right and they're wrong, clearly.
Always.
All the time.
Well, guys, this has been fun. Another quickie. I feel like we gave a lot of information to the girls.
Yes.
And the guys. Sorry.
And the guys, yes.
Y'all are ready for this road. Y'all are ready for this road when lockdown over.
Yes.
Y'all know, are we going to do a whole phase or are we going to do a relationship? I'll get plenty of time to think, but y'all ain't got no excuse to be confused.
We about to go on lockdown
to yourself right now.
So what's the verdict?
Plenty of time to evaluate.
Can we go one by one and give a verdict?
If you should?
Yeah.
For me, yes, but only if you don't catch feelings. If you catch feelings, do a dating. So yes, if you can handle it. If you can't, don't bother with it.
Mandisa.
You know my answer is yes, but have a time frame. Have a time frame, people. Wrap that shit up.
Yeah, don't have babies on this road. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, that's not a whole phase.
Yeah, that's a whole new life. I'm going to say avoid it at all costs. Just avoid it. Do things.
Lord, the people mix up. We give them 3 answers.
Stay on the straight and narrow. Listen to your good friend Liam, E Street Lee. Just don't fool with that.
Yeah, it ain't for everybody. That's why I say, you know, you could just be yourself. I stood out. Just be yourself. You can't tell nobody no reason. But if you can handle it, like Mandisa say, go all in and enjoy yourself. That's what I want.
Bada bing.
Okay, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Get us to 1K on IG and 1K on YouTube. Your favorite Bahamian podcast. Come on.
Yes.
You're almost there. And of course, if you want to follow us on social media, you can just start it over. You know, you give the handles at the beginning.
Get those handles.
Yeah. But thank you guys and see you guys on the next video.
Bye.
Bye.
Welcome to the big talk.